Welcome to the show. We're doing a show for kindergarten through 8th grade. Go like this. This. Okay. Ball. Wait for it. Yes! Red hanky, magic wand. That's all that does. We'll get rid of that. Anyway, how did I become a magician? You want to know? I'll tell you my story. I invented a trick when I was 6. I'll show you. You guys want to see it? You guys are behaving like children. Pull it together. The jar of mustard goes inside the paper bag. Watch. I wave my hand over the bag. Watch, I wave over the bag. We all say the magic words, magic meltdown. Everybody? Magic meltdown. Whoa, check it out, it worked. Look at this. The mustard turns into a bottle of ketchup. Ta-da! In the bag. I know what you're thinking. Wait. Trick is not over. The ketchup then goes back inside the bag. Whoa, it worked. Look at that, back to the mustard. Think it's in the bag? Is that what you guys seriously think? I don't want to embarrass you guys, okay, by proving you wrong, but if that's how the trick works, how would I do this? Okay, we'll do something else. I need some hand sanitizer for my entire body.
He made a bowling ball come out from a paper. The bowling ball was attached to an eraser. It erased the bowling ball. I don't know.
I think the magic bowling ball came from Hogwarts.
I think magic is real.
Hey guys, I went grocery shopping. I took all the groceries out. What do you guys see in there?
A receipt!
The receipt. Oh, the receipt, yeah. Here, the receipt, yeah. There it is. When you're doing shows for kids versus adults, there's the childlike wonder, but they also have a brutal honesty that I think a lot of magicians are scared of because they will not fake it. I'm gonna turn this receipt into an egg. Watch this. I'm just gonna roll it into a little ball. And watch, the receipt magically becomes an egg.
That's just a receipt crumbled up.
You're not buying this, are you? Watch this. Receipt goes into the bag, and now the receipt becomes an egg. Rosalia, I'm gonna hand you the egg. You hand it to Joshua, okay? And you hold on to that. Cool? Let's see what else we have in the bag. Oh, look at everybody. Another egg. Hold on to that. Look what else we have in the bag. Another egg. Hand that to Joshua. Another egg. Another egg. Hand that to Joshua. Another egg! You guys are not gonna believe what's in the bag now. Kids will just be stoically straight-faced if they're not impressed. It's my job to overcome that.
I don't know how he got the hand in there. Did a distraction, maybe? You could have said like, hey class, I'm gonna give you $1 million. Hey class, I'm gonna give you a bunch of candy.
Did he do that?
No, he just made it appear.
I love magicians. I love magic tricks, especially the kind of street level, no mirrors kind of tricks that we just watched. I've seen a few magic shows and street magicians in my life, and there's something special about being in that place where you believe that anything is possible. Anything can happen because the laws of physics and reality that we understand seem to be being broken before our very eyes. Believe it or not, this is actually what I love so much about the church. Today we're finishing up a series all about how the church should be the place in our world where everyone, no matter what you've done or believe or how you live your life, can be accepted and experience the love of God. Because none of us are perfect, and we're all just trying to figure out this whole God and life thing together. And what we believe is that as we choose to live life with God and as we experience His love and we accept His grace into our lives, anything is possible. Jesus once told His closest followers that with God, all things are possible. There is nothing that is too hard for God, nothing that is beyond His power or beyond His control. This is the God who could heal the sick and the paralyzed and the blind, the God who could calm a hurricane with a whisper, the God who could raise the dead to life. But God's miracles aren't just contained to sicknesses and storms. With God, anything that seems impossible in a human life is completely possible. Last week we talked about how all of us are sinners. All of us are imperfect, broken people who on our own drift towards making bad decisions and becoming the kind of people that even we don't want to be. But if we can turn our lives over to God, if we can admit where we fall short, if we're willing to take off our masks that pretend like we have everything all figured out, God can help us. God can grow us and change us. There's nothing you've done that God can't forgive. There's nothing that's happened to you that God can't fix. There's not a single person in this world that God doesn't love. And there's no problem in your life that can't be changed with God. Because with God, all things are possible. I've seen friends who had hurt each other so badly no one thought they'd ever be friends again learn to forgive and love one another. I've seen families where there was so much fighting and anger that no one could imagine them ever getting along learn to move past their problems. I've seen people dealing with sinful habits that controlled them find freedom and learn to live the healthy life God had in mind for them. And all of that was possible because they chose to trust that God was bigger and stronger than whatever they faced. Because on your own, on my own, we are powerless to fix our own broken, sinful lives. The problem is too big for us, but no problem is too big for God. All we have to do is trust Him and do what He says. And if we do, we'll see God healing relationships and changing lives, because with Him, all things are possible. So today in your groups, talk about why it's so important that we learn to trust that nothing is impossible with our God, and then we'll